All right, we're gonna start with our 7 to 10 minute general warm-up. Your body has to go through this anyway, so don't skip it. All right, good, feel good. So you can walk part of that, you can run all of it. The idea is to just get your heart rate up, get generally warmed up, not to be exhausted, but to feel loose and ready to go. Okay, let's do our dynamic stretching. This is just all part of the warm-up too. And this only takes about 90 seconds. Knee pulls, 5 times on each side. We're gonna be using our posterior chain in this complex. I wanna make sure all that's stretched out well. Do our warm-up before we stretch, so the stretch is more effective. And high kicks, control that leg as you kick up. You should be already warmed up, so this kind of dynamic stretching shouldn't really cause any muscle pulls. That's why we warm up first, another reason. Lost count, that's about 10. Put your right foot up by your right hand, open up the right side. Do 5 of these on each side. That's probably about 10. So I feel loose and ready to go. I'm ready to do this. All right, we're gonna do our lifting complex. Comprises of 8 different exercises, 7 exercises leading up to the final one, which kind of combines all of them. Throughout the 5 weeks, you'll begin to feel how each exercise builds on the preceding one to create the final explosive activity that really trains your whole body, muscles, fascia, tendons, bones, and everything to build power from the ground up and explode.
The first set is the bent over row.
Look up to the bar. The most important thing is to keep the bar in a vertical path. So watch as I attempt to do that. Underhand grip. Flat back. Butt out. Lift it up. Keep your core tight, your butt tight, and your quads tight. And then set it down equally vertical. So the main thing, every single exercise, we're keeping the bar on a vertical path. You step back, rest 60 to 90 seconds between sets. Deadlifts. Next set is deadlifts. This is very good for the lower back muscles. The whole posterior chain from the feet all the way up to your upper back. Keep your upper body rock solid. Squeeze those muscles tight, the lats against the triceps. Again, same position, flat back, and the bar is going straight up. It's not coming out, it's not going back. You're bending over to meet the bar, you're not rolling the bar to you. This is where you lock your upper body muscles. Our next lift is the upright row. On this one, I'm going to use the overhand grip. Step closer together. A lot of people touch their thumbs to get how close you're supposed to be. You still walk right up on the bar just like the deadlift, just like every lift in this complex, but you're doing a more narrow grip. Upright row comes straight up the body, just like every lift. The bar just goes straight up and down in a vertical path. Proper deadlift, except with a close grip. proper form all the way down, just like at the end of the deadlift. That might be the limiting lift, meaning the hardest lift of all of them. However many you can do with that one, with whatever weight. If you can do it 10 times, you'll be able to do all the rest of them, all the other exercises 10 times. That's the toughest one. All right, the next exercise, we have hang clean. Start off with a deadlift. How do we start a deadlift? Walk up to the bar. Keep that bar right over the midfoot. That's where all the weight should be. Grab just like you're doing it. It's doing a deadlift. You're doing a deadlift to start off most of these lifts. Remember, keep that upper body rock solid. Flex your lats against your triceps. Lift up. So there's your deadlift. Now, the actual lift is 8 to 10 reps of hang clean. Squat down, rest that bar right there. The bar is still just going in a vertical path. Like that. Go straight back down. Bar, make sure that bar remains in a vertical path. Get a side view. Proper deadlift form down. Straight down. Rest 60 to 90 seconds for most efficient hypertrophic muscle building effects. All right. I think I've taken almost the full 90 on that one after that one. Okay, so just like every lift, start off with a proper deadlift. The weight right over the midfoot. Keep that back flat. Lock that upper body rock solid. Just straight up vertical path. Right? Next lift is a front squat. Now we do another hang clean. Proper form with the hang clean. Straight up. This is where you hold the bar when you press it. When you do a front squat, you rest that bar right there on your clavicles. Okay? You flex forward a little bit so you got some muscle cushioning between your clavicle and the bar. Focus on trying to drive your elbows up. They're not going to point up, but point them as far up as you can as you go down. Rebound off the bottom. Based on your flexibility, I'm very flexible, so I'm going to hit almost all the way to the floor. Based on your flexibility, rebound off your bottom. Okay, get a better grip, get your grip back. Now you're doing the eccentric part of the hang clean and the eccentric part of the deadlift. How I was holding the bar with my hands is just based on your flexibility. I can hold it with all 4 fingers, maybe you can hold it with 2, but the weight should be on your collarbone and anterior deltoid muscles and pecs, if you got them. Okay, the next set is anterior rebounds. This is really just a precursor to the next one, which is the press. The anterior rebound, like all of them, start with a proper deadlift and then a hang clean to get it up. Then you're just gonna hold it there with straight up wrist, like you're pressing, not with the backward wrist. That's the only, you only do this for the front squats. You're still gonna hold it straight up like that. Keep your quads tight. Lock your knees, keep your quads tight, keep your abs tight. This is an abdominal exercise, watch. Quads tight, abs tight, knees locked. The only way to keep your quads really tight is to have your legs straight. They're like extensors. And rebound. Rebound off the front with your hips, not your lower back. Keep everything tight. That's probably the easiest one of all the lifts, but you have to make sure that your abs are locked in, your quads are locked in isometrically. And you're bending with your hips forward. You're pushing your hips forward. You're not bending your lower back. Keep your lower back flat and push your hips forward. That's what that one is. Okay guys, we're almost done. One more lift, individual lift before it all comes together. Let's just wait till Sophie shuts down. Okay guys, here's the last individual lift. The last individual lift before we put it all together. Okay, it's the press. It's not called the overhead press. It's not called the standing barbell press. This is the press, and every other kind of press is a variation off of this one. Actually, the press starts from a rack, standing. I'm going to do the deadlift and then all the precursors to get it up to that position, then press. Okay? Okay, this is the start position of the press. Do the anterior rebound like we just did. Bounce off, push up to just over the back part of your head. So all the weight is straight down my arms, down my spine, down the legs, to the ground, over my midfoot. Use that rebound to help you get it up. Usually I take the full 90 between that one and the very last one. That's about the full 90. Okay, this is all of it combined. This is power clean and jerk. Ready. When the very first caveman told the very second caveman that he was stronger than the other guy, the second caveman said, "Prove it," and he did that.